Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be going over how to play Chamber on Icebox successfully on both defense and offense. So recently in pro play and in ranked, Chamber has become a pretty popular pick on Icebox, and for good reason. He's very strong on this map. So let's go over some setups on defense first. So on defense, you want to place your trip, one of your trips in kitchen. This is pretty much a mandatory trip. I like to put mine in front of this milk machine so that if people come up tube, it hits them, and if they somehow manage to sneak onto snow pile, it will also catch them if they go into halls. This is great because if you have a sage on your team, your sage doesn't have to waste wall on tube and instead can save wall for the retake, or just use wall on one of the sites to hold back a rush. The next trip really depends on which site you're playing. On A, I like to put the chamber trip right here.
That works.
Just because it slows down the rush as they come up. If they get tagged by this, it will slow down their rush a lot. Not only that, but if they don't go A and you decide to rotate B and they're running a lurk, this will catch anybody trying to lurk up A as well. On B, it really depends how you're playing it. You can put your trip right here so that this catches any mid lurkers coming up, or you can put it, the more popular one is right here so that it just slows them down when they're rushing B. And again, this serves the same purpose as the A main trip, where if you're rotating off B and one of them's lurking B, this will catch them as well. So if you look at the map right now, these are pretty much the 4 spots that I like to place my trips, depending on which site I'm playing. The kitchen one is always mandatory for me. Okay, so let's talk about the TP setups. So Chamber's job on defense is pretty much the same as a duelist. Chamber is pretty much a glorified duelist with a alarm bot, but your job basically is to just look for picks with your TP and get out of there. So on op and pistol rounds, this is the setup I like to do. I like to put one of my TPs top site, and then my second TP will either go top screens, but if they have been Viper walling, then I won't put it top screens. I'll put it on rafter instead. So I do this for pistol round because with your sheriff, you can go for these belt picks on pistol round, and if you're opping with either your alt or just a regular op, you can also op belt like this and go for the initial pick, and then with your TP, you TP rafter, and then you can also keep fighting these angles. With a rifle, unless I'm challenging belt, you can do those TPs with a rifle as well, but with a rifle, I like to put my first TP behind 410, and then I can put my second TP, again, either top screens, but if they're Viper walling it, then I'll put it back sight. And then with this TP, what it allows you to do is it allows you to break dart for your opper. Furthermore, if you put your alarm bot here, you can play off your alarm bot right here in this corner. Your alarm bot goes off, they either go to shoot your alarm bot, or it just procs on them, and then you can swing off your alarm bot and get a free kill, and then TP out for free, and then again, you can reposition to either fight pipe or maze, or you can reposition this side to fight this direction. Also, with this TP, you can also put it closer to the left side, and then fight this corner as well. So you can fight either this corner or this corner, and switch it up between rounds. Okay, so on B, I love doing this TP right here on this mini snowman and then putting one top yellow. Typically, I'll do this with an op. And then you can go up here and opt for a pick. Once you get the pick, you can TP out. Once you TP back here, you can play like this. If they Viper wall you off, you can still play for post plant, and you can play to spam the bomb as well. One thing I love doing for eco rounds that has gotten me free kills a lot of the time is you keep your top yellow TP, but you also put one right here behind the default box. And then with your sheriff, you want to come up here and look for the first pick. Obviously, you want to have good aim for this, but you can go for this first pick and then TP out. And once you TP out, you reposition to this angle and pretty much hold right here, and they can walk into your crosshair sometimes. So both of these can get 2 free kills on your eco round if you have good aim. And then obviously, the one that everyone knows about is you put your TP top B main, and then you put your second one wherever, either back snowman, default, top site, anything works. TP up, call this one back, and then before freeze time starts, or before the freeze time ends, you want to put your TP here so they don't see it as they're walking up, and then you can get a free kill here and TP back into safety. One of the TPs I forgot to mention for defending is this one right here. You put a TP back yellow. This one's very, very common. And then you can put your second TP literally anywhere. Back default, snowman, top site, really up to you. But you put your one TP back yellow, and then you play off your trip. So you can tuck right here, and then as they're running up, hit your trip. you go for a kill or two, and then you can TP back out into safety. Okay, so now let's talk about chamber on attacking side. So on attacking side, there's the 2 alarm bots that I place to start with is this one for mid, and then this one for B main. Usually the wall is going to be like right here, so you want to put it at the corner. With these 2 trips, it's basically impossible for them to flank you on A. So if you go A, they can't flank through mid and they can't flank through B. Vice versa, if you go B, they could push A, but they can't push mid. And then even if they push A, once they get here, your alarm bot still will tag them. I like this mid one because it covers all of mid. So if you go A, it's literally impossible for them to flank. But I've also seen people do this one. The only problem with this is that if they go wide, they could still flank you. But this one's also not bad. So for TPs, you want to set up TPs to get an aggro pick. Usually the barrier is going to be like right here. So I put one behind the barrier, and then I put one back in safety, either towards B or towards A, depending on where my team wants to lean. So it really doesn't matter where you put it though. I'll put it right there. And then once freeze time ends, you can push up and then go for a boiler pick. So you can go for this boiler fight or a mid fight and then get your kill, TP out. Another good one is you just TP on top of this mid box up here, and then you look for a pick here as well. For B, if I'm looking for opening picks, you just put one behind the wall, put one back, go for a pick, TP out. And those are basically all the main ones you can use to get initial picks on B and mid. If we're hitting sites, for B, there's only really one I like to do, and that's one behind this box B main, and then one at yellow. So once we get bombed down, I fight right here, or I can hold even. I don't have to fight, but you can either fight or you can hold, and then you can get your kills, and you can TP back out into safety. For A, you can put your first TP anywhere really. You can put it on belt, you can put it back A main, you can put it on nest, you can put it here, and then you can go up into site, fight with your team, and put your TP on site. So you can continue fighting site, and then when things get messy or you get a kill, you can TP out. I like to do a TP on belt a lot of the time, especially if we plant for belt. So if you're going A, just put your first TP right here, and then as you're taking the site with your team, throw your TP down on site. You can still fight with your TP, and then when bomb gets down, you can TP back and play for the post plant. And then you have an angle on the bomb right here. So that's pretty much it, guys. That was my basic guide for chamber on Icebox. Hope you guys learned something, and yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.